Good evening. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another night of the travel cruise. As we are cruising through life, we're going to see. Hi ho, hi ho, off the cruise we go. Yeah, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Hopefully, we'll see some people coming in. I know Pete's. Well, guys, here's what we got. All right, here we're going to talk about cruises, and I think we're going to look at. We're going to look at some MSC ships today. Can't share anything, but we're going to talk about MSC. Don't have tickers, so we just need to do this, connect chat, and there we go. Next week, I'll have everything ready to go. Let me see, travel stuff. MSC. MSC. Seriously? KY. Why? Because we like you. MOUSC. Or in this case, MSC. All right. MSC, Masters, MSC, TA Guide. We did the ship tour. Ooh, diamonds. One of these days. All right. You know what? Maybe not. Might be doing something else, guys. Hold on. Let's talk about, let's see, celebrity. Let's talk about Viking cruises. You know what? Give me 1 second, guy. I should have a. It's not like anybody's in here. Point. Okay, just need something. And I think I'm going to try to take you guys through some Viking ships tonight. Something simple, nothing easy. You know, Let me see. Oh, Jason Thibodeau, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. I didn't expect anybody to come in, to be the honest, truthfully. Um, kind of going to talk about the difference between river cruises and some things. Sales reps. So we're going to actually look. We're going to look at some images of some of the Viking cruises, guys. Particularly the Mississippi, the Expedition, the Ocean. Like how, let me see. Amsterdam, we want this. Just trying to do a little bit of things here, guys. Welcome in, guys. We're going to do veranda stateroom, deluxe veranda stateroom, entry foyer, explorer suite. We are going to be looking at some things, guys, as soon as I can get. Wasn't planning on doing this, but there's the exterior. Penthouse junior suite, penthouse veranda stateroom. Gonna look at the terrace suite. We're all looking at a few things of Viking tonight. You know, a lot of people are always looking at things. You know, the crazy thing about it is that when you talk about cruises, you think about big cruise ships like Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Disney Cruise Line, you know, MSC, you know, Celebrity, Princess. You know, you think about them, you know, and then of course you got the different levels from the luxury cruise lines down to, you know, you got the smaller cruise lines that there are a few out there like Virgin, which is still young, but a lot of people love doing Virgin cruise lines and things like that. So with that, we're going to look at some things, a couple of places, mostly the Mississippi River cruise, but you know there are a lot of good places to do river cruises around the world. And basically, I'm going to do. Let me see. I'm going to start with Cairo, Egypt. And we're going to show some pictures. So, I mean, let me see, window. River of America is gone. That's all there is to it. River of America is pretty much gone. All right, I like this. You know, yeah, I don't have a lot of stuff to back up, but you know, when you're talking about river cruises, guys, And I don't know if you guys can, hopefully you guys are seeing this. Need to share. Where'd that go to? I'm going to move this over here. Okay. Let me do one thing, guys. I have to bring them up. If I knew I had to do that, I would have done this a while ago. But I hope everybody's having a good week. I know for me, it's, let me see. Cairo there. Let me see what do we got there. Vicksburg. Now we got Vicksburg. New Orleans. Hannibal, Missouri. Direction. Should have really put this in the thing. Give me 1 second. All right. Now we're just about done. Okay. Got a few things. So I've actually got some things I want to show you about the difference of a river cruise and what it looks like. Obviously, it's all good. So I'm actually going to bring share screen. We don't want Microsoft. We're going to start with Cairo, guys. Okay, if it'll let me share it. Okay. So what we're looking at here, guys, is there. You want to think of another place that has rivers. It's Egypt. Obviously, you got the Nile. You've got a bunch of rivers. You just can't think about rivers anymore. I mean, obviously, to me, I would love to do river cruises. That's why personally I like I'm seriously thinking of doing. I don't know. I mean, I thought if I don't do like a cruise ship, I thought about maybe doing a river cruise down the Mississippi next year. If I don't do a cruise ship, I can guarantee it's probably half the thing. And the fact of it is, you don't deal with kids. Um, but Egypt would be a nice place to go see. And of course, you got some rivers that you can definitely go see. Um, Let me see. Here we go again. Share screen, window. One place that I definitely want to go share is and is the Vicksburg. I don't know you guys, but if you're a big oh wait a minute, that didn't work. Stop. Hopefully this will work now. I don't know what happened to that one. Backfired on me. Vicksburg. To me, Vicksburg is one of the places on the. I mean, obviously, there's several reasons why I recommend the Mississippi because there's so many places that you think about. You think about the Mississippi. You think about Mark Twain, Huckleberry Finn, Tom Sawyer. You think about a lot of the legends. Even the legend of Davy Crockett. Who met Mike Fink, who is the king of the river back in the early days, probably the 1830s, probably the 1820s, 1830s. Um, long before the Mexican War, before for the fighting for the independence of Texas. So you're talking, wow, yeah, early days, early 1800s, 1820s. But yeah, this right there. That actually is good. Um, I'm not sure who that is. A picture of Vicksburg or one of them. And to me, Vicksburg is a very beautiful area. If you're a Civil War buff, or if you love chasing ghosts, um, obviously that's another good place to go chasing ghosts if you love ghost chasing. Again, but then you got if you are a big Mark, if you're a big Mark's, or maybe you're a Mark Twain fan, you got Hannibal, Missouri. You know, maybe you want to go see Hannibal, Missouri off of the old thing. You got a small picture here of Hannibal, Missouri. Um, I mean, Hannibal's a decent sized town. Obviously, it's the home of Mark Clemens or Samuel Clemens, known as Mark Twain, the creator of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn and the stories of that. Um, I mean, that's another good place to go see down in along the Mississippi River. I mean, and here's the thing, guys. That's why I'm thinking because if you're a type of person, and I have no problems with families bringing kids on cruises. It's easy to get around, but here's the thing. When you're looking at it, sometimes if you really don't want to deal with a lot of kids, then Vikings cruise is one good way to look at it, and particularly doing along the Mississippi, because again, you got St. Louis. I mean, it goes. You got different stops that we're going to be looking at here. And one stop is Hannibal, Missouri. It actually has that one that goes from St. Louis down to Vicksburg, and then one from a little bit further north than St. Louis down to just before Vicksburg, as far as a couple of things. So and to me, honestly, if you are looking at cruise ships, Viking has become one of the most top rated in the world as far as river cruises. They pretty much dominate the river cruise aspect of everything. You can't say enough about the river cruises. But, it is what it is. Welcome to anybody that's watching. Hope you guys are having a good night. Please feel free to say, for you guys that might be new, I am David Cantrell. I am the agent owner of the Cantrell Country Travelway. I wish I could show you my logo at this point, but if you look at my home page, you'll see part of my logo at the top of that page. You'll have ways of connecting. Hopefully you guys will come back and enjoy the show. But again, and that is Hannibal, Missouri. Now, we're going to look at some of the staterooms that you would find aboard the river cruises that go up and down the mighty, mighty, mighty Mississippi. And the first one we are going to look at actually going to look at is a veranda stateroom. This would be a veranda stateroom aboard one of the ships on the cruise ships, on the Viking cruise ships that go up and down the thing. You can see it is spacious. It is very well thing. I mean, I love the tone colors. It's just it's inviting and relaxing. Again, when you're talking about going on a river cruise, you're talking about something that you want totally relaxing. I can guarantee you ain't going to see anybody under the age of 18. You're going to enjoy the cruise, and that is another one. And we're back to, I forgot I can get to all my pictures this way. Here we're looking at a different angle of the veranda stateroom. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. And every room has its own balcony to look over, to sit outside and overlook the thing, as you're traveling down the Mississippi route. So if you like to sit on a balcony at night, and feel a breeze, and you would get a breeze off of the Mississippi. I can guarantee you it's probably absolutely beautiful. Here we're looking at one of what the actual ships would look at, and again, you can see there. Here's the thing about these river cruises: there are no, as we would say it on the regular cruise ships, where we have rooms, indoor rooms. There are no indoor rooms. All rooms have a balcony. They're all on the outside. And again, And again, these ships are made to go up and down the thing. They're not like your regular ships where you got the angle of the bow, a spare type at the top of the bow. No, you're going to find out the Viking ships. And even these, most of the Viking ships have rounded ends at the front of the ship because they're made specifically for traveling up and down the rivers. Whether it's the Danube, or some of the rivers over in Europe, or the Nile, or some of the rivers in Egypt. But in this case, this is an exterior photo of the ship of what is going up and down the Mississippi, because I know that they started their river cruises for Mississippi last year for Viking. And honestly, the more I learn about Viking cruise lines, the more I just absolutely love, and it's getting me interior. I mean, you can exercise. And here's the thing: these ships will fit the cultures of wherever you're going to be. So you're going to get different types of food cultures from up and down the river. So like if you're in Port Orleans, you may get Cajun food. If you're up further, I don't know what kind of. I haven't really seen the menus for the Mississippi River cruises. I really need to look into that. But it's absolutely gorgeous. Here we got an Explorer suite. And again, you can see you got your private veranda. Look how these are definitely ones that really want open space and be able to look out and just explore as you're watching and as you're going up and down the cruise. It's absolutely beautiful. And here we got a penthouse junior suite. Again, look at the decor of this thing. It's so appealing. I mean, you've got white walls, you got striped lines. It's just, there's something about it that just says relaxing. And you can't say enough of it. I mean, look at the big space. You got a sitting area up here, and that's including still, again, look beyond there. You got, again, like I said, there are no interior rooms aboard the Viking ships. They are all on, even in the ships that sail up and down like the Danube and all that, there are no interior rooms. They're all on the outside. All rooms have a balcony or a veranda, whatever term you choose to use. All rooms have a balcony or veranda on the outside of the Viking cruises. And this again is a penthouse junior suite. Obviously, you would get some beautiful views. Here we're looking at the terrace suite. Again, you're gonna find out these are more higher class price rooms. But look how absolutely beautiful. Again, you got the deck where you can sit on the outside out there. Back here, you've got them. I think what the terrace suites are, I think this is a 2-floor terrace suite. Because back there, you see, well, this is the mirror there, but if you look at the mirror, you can actually see a set of stairs going up. So this is a terrace suite, so it's obviously a 2-story suite, which holds up to so many people. And I can't remember how many it holds up to, but yes. Here we're looking at another penthouse veranda stateroom. Again, look at the size of this. I mean, it's good even for that. Your interior rooms don't have this kind of, even your staterooms aboard regular cruises don't have this kind of space in the thing. These kind of, again, these are meant for cruises and relaxing and exploring and learning and visiting places that you would up and down the different rivers, whether it's over in Europe or whether it's up and down the Mississippi. But look at the space, look at the size of the bed. Again, the light tone colors that try to help you relax and bring out the peace and the thing. Absolutely gorgeous. And I think that might have been the last picture, guys. Yep, that might have been the last picture. Let me go the opposite way. I know for some of you guys that came in late, here we got Hannibal, and we may do some more because there's some more pictures that we have I can download from different places, but I will double check them because some of them will be there. Again, you got another. Here you go. You're looking at Port Orleans, or you're looking at New Orleans, but you're looking at another view. A Viking river cruise. Again, there's that rounded end of the bow. And again, here's your terrace suites up here and across. But look at this. And down here, you got this area down here is more like your eating area down there. And some of your restaurants are in there. We usually have one or two places, but they usually have like a buffet area. And that's right there. But if you look at all these staterooms here, you're going to find out that they all have balcony rooms. Welcome into those coming in, guys. Hopefully you're enjoying this. If you have questions, again, if you're new to my channel, please. My name is Dave Cantrell. I am an agent and owner of the Cantrell Country Travelway. And if you are looking to reach out to me, you can reach out to me through my Instagram on Dave's Disney Dreams. Starting next week, I'll be able to have tickers and everything else where I'll be able to put up my email, my business email, and other things like that. And then, of course, there's a picture of Vicksburg. Here we got, this is a picture of Amsterdam, Netherlands. Another great place to really, if you want to explore something outside of the country, Amsterdam is a beautiful city that you really want to check out. And of course, now we're back to Cairo, Egypt. And of course, that you don't want to do because, that's something else. So that is all the pictures I got for sharing for now on Viking Cruise until I do it again next, until I set it up. And I think I'll set up I'll do it in a more of a format. But welcome into those coming in. So for me, I mean, I'm getting to the point. Yeah, that was my Fort Lauderdale. I don't know how that picture got in there. Close some things out, guys. If I'd known that, I would have. But yeah, I mean, I highly recommend doing Viking. And if you're really wanting something economical, river cruises, to be honest, truthfully, are probably more economical than your regular cruise lines. So for me to recommend cruise lines, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I want to go on MSC. I want to do the MSC World America. I want to do the Icon. Obviously, I want to see doing the Legends of the Star Seas when it comes out in later this summer. Um, and again, I highly recommend the cruises. And I hope everybody's doing good tonight. That's all I have on river cruises, guys. I was just going to make a short one because really I'm off work tomorrow, having fun. But I did want to, I decided to do a late show. And apparently Pete's still going on in the hangout. I figured he would. I was going to actually think that he was kind of done, and I was going to hang out. I still may have to redo this one, and because this one we only got about 22 minutes left, so I may switch over to another one and still keep going after, and do the, just talking cruise lines and all. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. But yeah, so I love what I do. I love cruising, and I can't wait to do a lot more cruises. I've only been on one cruise, but again, I love the water, and you can't say enough. And hey, and I hopefully, eventually, guys, I'm working on things, getting things straightened out. But y'all pretty much know where we're at right now. But hey, it is what it is. So hey, what can you say? It's about cruising and cruising. We're in the middle of cruise season. It starts it starts in February, and it'll go through October. November, December. A lot of people go on cruises through November, December, January, because those are kind of like the off-season months for cruising. And that's sometimes that's yeah. I'm still looking. I'm hoping this week. Yeah, I know. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Molly, I got to lock you in and get you on my show and talk to you about your cruise experience. I love talking to first time cruisers. So when you get back, and if you will, and you don't mind sharing your experience, whether it's good or bad, I would love to get you. I would love to get you on a cruise show. I decided to do a late one tonight and hang out, and we were just talking about river cruises because to me, the more I've been studying, I've been doing Vikings. As a travel agent, I have to do academy training on the product of Viking cruises and things like that, and I'm still trying to finish that up. So I'm going through their academy, and the more I'm learning about it, the more I actually want to do. The more I actually want to do a Mississippi cruise. One, you got no kids on it. You got to be 18 or older to actually be on the Viking cruise. Might be a little bit lower than that. It might be 16, but it's not much. It's not that much lower. I think you can be 16 maybe or something like that. Um, but you won't have a lot of family on it because you don't have the bingo, you don't have the casinos, you don't have certain things that you would have on your cruise lines. Um, it's more about learning, experience, grow. You will find libraries and maybe small museums that you can talk about, learn about the different areas where you're going to. Um, Obviously, which is really nice. Um, but again, for you guys that just missed these pictures, I encourage you to go back and check because the ones that I was showing you, except for the one from Amsterdam and except for the ones that I was showing you from Amsterdam and Cairo, the rest of them were all Vicksburg, New Orleans, Hannibal, Missouri, because those are some of the stops along the Mississippi River. And I know you guys have heard me talk about it before about Viking putting a cruise ship out on the Mississippi, which they have done now. Um, so, but good evening, Miss Molly. I cannot wait. Molly, I really do hope you have a great cruise. Um, Wait a minute. Did you ever tell me which cruise ship you're doing? Which cruise you doing, Molly? I think you told me once, but I can't remember. I don't know if you're still in here, but if you're in here and you want to share, remind me which one you were doing. Just make sure you get a good night's sleep the night before because embarkation day can be a real it can be real long because um I don't know where are you embarking from. Are you going to port? Where are you leaving out of, Molly? Are you going leaving out of Port Canaveral, Fort Lauderdale, Miami Beach, or Miami, the Port of Miami? Um, that's right, you did. Okay. Yeah, my pa. See, I knew you had told me, but it's what happens when you get a lot on the brain, and unfortunately, I'm dealing with work, and I'm waiting to see how things are going to work out with my new boss and things like that. I'm still waiting to hopefully hear from some of the jobs up in Michigan, so that me and Maui can go catch and I promised you if I do move back to Michigan, I promised you I will come see a Cleveland Guardian game with you and whoever else we can go with us to the game. I hope you do. Here's the thing about that, Molly. You are going to have a great time with going to Bermuda. Bermuda is probably one of the most beautiful areas to people really want to cruise to. Okay, like I said, guys, in about 14 minutes, I may have to jump out of this one, create a new one, and restart the show again. Um, Depends on how much y'all want to hang out and enjoy talking cruising because I'm going to tell you guys, I am looking. Now that July's over, and here's the good news. Next week is the 16th. The 16th, there'll be 90 days that we actually had to wait for the creditors. Jerry, Hatbox Ghost. Well, look at it this way. Look at it this way then, Jerry. Maybe you can have some luck and maybe you can have some luck and meet some flying aliens. Yeah. There's no such thing as the Bermuda Triangle. They call it the Bermuda Triangle, but I laugh about that. I love it. And if not, we'll find Scooby Doo and his gang, and we'll let them come see if they can find you. But and I do gotta again, guys. Next week, I will be the OneStream. OneStream will be my new platform. So you guys will see, you guys will get to see all the new functions starting next week. Once I get paid for and I shut down StreamYard. I'll lose all my good stuff that I got on StreamYard, but some of that stuff I actually have saved that I can actually put back, and some of it I'll do that. But yeah, but I can't wait for you to go on your first cruise. I'm really excited for you, Molly. I knew it was coming up, and I really am looking for you to have a great time. It's what happens when you've been up since 3:30 in the morning. Lucky if I got 2 hours sleep last night. But you know, but yeah. So you know, I'm looking forward to. I'm actually looking forward to start sharing more stuff. I am working, and the good thing is I'm going to start working on getting um, some of the business development managers from the different cruise lines to come back on again. Getting that time of year where we need to bring them back on, update them. And there's our good friend Mama D. Well, we might be switching. Let's see. I've got about 5 minutes, guys, till I have to shut down and reset a new stream. So bear with me. That's the other reason why I'll be glad when next week comes and I can get this new system paid for and I can get everything up and running. But welcome in, Mama D. I'm surprised you guys still aren't over with Pete. Pete, Is Pete done over there? You guys were going pretty good. You guys were doing pretty strong over there tonight. Actually, I didn't even know Pete was going tonight. Otherwise, I would have came in sooner. But by the time he... But, so are you guys... Molly, are you still in here? Are you guys doing anything specific, or are you... Are you guys planning on doing anything specific? Are you guys just going to walk around the islands? Are you doing any tours? Are you doing any small sailing things like the dolphin tours, or because there's a lot of good things a lot of good areas in Bermuda for good food, good entertainment, things like that. So yeah, Maui's going to be the one that's having fun, guys, because Maui's going to be the one going on the cruise. Yeah, the Vision of the Seas. That's a Royal Caribbean one. Or is that an MSC? I think that's an MSC. I think. But nice. Ooh, you will share with us, right? Yeah, you'll come back and come on my show and tell me all about it. And I expect you. Tell about Jen. Well, Vision of the Seas. That is a Royal Caribbean. It's one of their earlier versions, I believe, if I'm right. It's either an MSC or a Royal Caribbean. I'd have to look at it. Each line has so many ships that it's crazy, but she'll find herself having a good time. I can tell you that. No, I've never seen that, Jerry. I've never heard that. The Scarecrow of Romney Mars. And welcome in, Pete. Good to see you, buddy. It's Royal Caribbean. I thought so. When it says Vision of the Sea, usually if it says Vision of the Seas, it's Royal Caribbean because most of theirs is something of the seas. You know, Icon of the Seas, Stars of the Seas. She does. I'm gonna let her. I'm gonna let her relax before I hit her with something big when she comes back. But all right. Oh, man, I'll be glad when I get paid for this new platform next week. All right, guys, in about a minute or two, hey, stand by. Make sure you all come back. I'm going to have to end this stream because right now I'm still on the free platform, which only allows me an hour session. So I'm going to have to go out, create a new one, and I'll be right back with a new thing. So please hold on and do come back and enjoy, and we'll have some fun talking. Moderators, anybody that wants to come in and join and hang out, I can send you the link as soon as I get the new one up and about. We're just going to be talking. I actually talked about Viking River cruises, which things like that. So I will be back in about 8 minutes. With that, guys, we'll see you real soon in about 8 minutes.